For those of you who've just joined, welcome, good morning. You don't need anything particular for class. You might want to grab a pillow for your back knee, and you might want to have a drink of water before we begin, and take it at your own pace and enjoy class. And for the first 5 minutes of class, you might want to have your laptop to the side so that you can see me a bit clearer. So feel free to adjust your laptop positioning so that you can see me a little bit clearer for the first 5 minutes. Okay, let's begin. So it's about 20 of us and it's 25 to. We should still finish on time, but let's see how we go. Hey guys, say hi for people. Hi Fazlin, hey Mira, hey Mehek. Anishka's just coming in. Nagish, Sam, morning. Hi Man. Hi Manira, Shahin, hello. Okay. Lovely. Happy New Year, everyone. Okay. Oh, it's chilly. Okay. So, let's begin lying down on our fronts. I'm gonna pop my socks off. If you guys are wearing socks, you can feel free to leave them on for now until you warm up. Okay, so down on the front of the body to begin with. If you can't hear me or see me, just message Farine in the group at any point. Thanks, Farine. So lying down prone on the front, and then I like to have sort of my elbows out in front of me, maybe one palm on the other, and then just take my head to one side. And then allowing the ankles to just flop out gently to the side. And maybe wiggling your hips slightly. So if you transfer your weight into one hip and the other, just give them a little wiggle. It allows the pelvis to just land this morning. And then as you allow the front body to yield down into the ground, just start to tune into the breath this morning. So wherever or however you find yourself meeting the mat on this Sunday morning, anything you've brought to your mat, any dreams from the night before, just allowing everything to all settle and using the breath to tune in with the surface beneath you. So allowing the belly to rise and fall. You know, the earth has an electromagnetic field or a pulsation to it. And so if you close down the eyes or lower your gaze, taking your attention to the belly and allowing the pulsation of the breath, the gentle inhale and the exhale to make contact with the pull of gravity and the pulsation and the electromagnetic field of the earth. And just settle in, allowing any thoughts to rest in the space between the eyebrows as you bring yourself into full presence and full permission with your practice this morning. This next hour and 15 is your time to connect, to ground, and to wake up. Can you give 10% more of your weight to the ground? Allowing your skull and your hips and your feet to become 10% heavier, more relaxed. For those of you who've just joined, we're starting lying down on the front body, tuning in to the breath. We are in dynamic relationship with the world, with our planet, and everything that inhabits it. From something as simple as exchanging carbon dioxide with plants and them giving us back our oxygen to breathe. So, from the macroscopic of leaving imprints every time that you walk, to the way that we speak to each other, to the way that we spend our money, we are in direct relationship with everything, be it animate or inanimate objects. Even the microscopic, from the transfer of not only viruses, but bacteria in our guts and the fungi in our gardens. We are in macroscopic and microscopic relationship with everything in our planet and all of each other. And now is the time, this year, this space, to examine the quality of that relationship, endeavoring to discover it anew and make it conscious. So, the concept of today's Sema yoga class, the first of the new year, is Insijam. Insijam, or harmony. And harmony can be thought of as a synchronicity, a concordance, and a kind of melodic unison, whereby there is this balance between the forces or the energy in which we interact with the planet and each other. So in our practice today, we are going to harmonize body with body, body with breath, body with gravity, motion with stillness. So let's play and discover this relationship. Let's anchor ourselves through movement and then explore outside of ourselves as we move into our day. So from here, those who have joined, we're starting gently lying down on the front body. When you're ready, putting a bend in the left leg. So bending the left knee, taking the sole of the left foot to face the ceiling. And then extending the right arm, lengthening the right arm out in front of you, keeping the right arm on the ground and just lengthening the fingertips away from the skull. Taking the left palm of the hand closer to the chest so that you can root down all through 5 fingers in the palm of the hand to gently roll onto the right side of your body. So you can tell that the left foot is leading you as the left foot finds the ground behind you, sole of the foot plants behind, and you're lying on the right side of your body. From here, we're going all the way to lie on our back. So allowing that roll to take you all the way down onto your back and lifting now the left arm behind you. So both arms are stretched out behind you, sole of the left foot on the ground, and then bending the right foot as well. So now both soles of the feet are on the ground, knees towards the ceiling. When you're ready, grounding through the feet, lengthening the knees away from you and lifting the hips off the ground into bridge pose. Lifting the hips up and up and up and up, transferring the weight into the shoulders ever so slightly, and then rocking the hips side to side as you lower the hips down to ground. So a gentle rocking, and then hips find the ground. Lengthening the right leg now out in front of you, lengthening the right arm even longer, and then rolling back, using the sole of the left foot to gently allow you to roll back onto your belly. When you reach your belly, soles of the hands ground onto the ground, and then re-lengthen that left leg, and we're taking it to the other side. So putting a bend in the right leg this time, putting a bend in the knees, sole of the feet to the sky. And then taking the right palm next to the upper body to ground you, having the left arm long in front of the skull. Rolling onto the left side and taking the movement from the foot so that the right foot lands behind you, sole of the foot meets the ground as you allow yourself to roll onto your back completely. Both arms above your head. Put a gentle bend in the left knee as the sole of the left foot finds the ground. Once you find stability into the soles of the feet, ground through the feet, allow the knees to reach away from you as the hips rise up into bridge pose, weight transferring into the upper body, and then rock the hips gently side to side, almost like a feather dropping down to gravity. Imagine a feather being dropped and allow the hips to drop side to side as they wrestle down to gravity. Lengthen the left leg long. Ground through the right foot as you roll onto the left side of the body and then back onto your belly. Let's take that whole sequence again. Lie down on the belly, take a bend in the left knee, roll onto the right side of the body, use the left palm if you need to. Send the toes all the way behind you until the toes find the ground through curiosity. Let the left arm come all the way up, put a bend in the right leg. Level out the feet so they're equal and stable, and then raise the hips into a bridge pose. Gently rock the hips side to side as you lower them back down to gravity. A feather dropping all the way from the top. Lengthen the right leg. Use the sole of the left foot to initiate the movement and rolling back onto the belly. Let's take it to the other side. Bend in the right knee this time, taking the right foot all the way behind you as you roll onto the left side of the body and then all the way onto the back. As the back body finds the ground, putting a bend in the left leg so that both soles of the feet find the ground, lengthening the knees, raising the hips. Gently rocking side to side, allowing the spine to move, upper spine, mid spine, lower spine, hips reach the ground. Lengthen the left leg, rolling back onto the belly, using the foot as an anchor to roll all the way back. So let's take that again. Bending the left leg this time, knee bends, heel towards buttocks, lengthen the right arm. Place the left hand to support you and roll onto the right side. As the buttocks reach the ground and the arms are raised up above you, bend the right leg this time. Lengthen the right leg this time. And we're going to roll slightly back onto the right side, place the left hand out in front of you, and use both hands as a support to come up to seated. So you're seated with your right leg lengthening out and your left knee bent. Adjust your hips slightly, so bring them onto the mat slightly if they've rolled off, and place the left foot on the inside of the right lengthened leg. From here, bring both arms forward, inhale. Exhale, take the right arm forward, left hand back, wrap the right arm around the bent leg and use that as an anchor to lengthen through the spine and twist towards the bent leg. So twisting from the belly button towards the left. Good. When you're ready, lengthen both arms all the way out. Now twist towards the straightened leg, bring both palms to land onto the mat. What you're going to do is use the sole of the left foot to gently push off, and you're going to ripple down onto the belly, bending both your elbows in a kind of chaturanga as you land back with the knee bent. Good. So where you are now is you've got the left knee bent and both palms on the ground with the head and neck slightly raised. Lower that left leg to the ground and we're going to take it to the other side. Bend in the right knee, bring sole of the foot to the sky. Use both hands to push off as you roll all the way up, lifting the torso and the head, and the sole of the right foot meets the ground as you lift your torso and your back to seated. Adjust the hips slightly, shift them to the left, ground through the sole of the right foot, lengthen left leg. Inhale, arms come all the way up, right arm moves back, left arm takes a hug of the bent knee, and using that as an anchor to lengthen through the pelvis, belly button, spine, and twist. When you're ready, inhale, arms come all the way up and over, back across the lengthened leg. Both hands find the front of the mat, fingertips pointing forwards, and use the sole of the right foot to gently slither back down to ground. Let's take it to the other side. Bend in the left leg, using the hands to ground through and lifting up and up and up as the left sole of the foot finds the ground. Lengthened right leg out in front of you, shifting the buttocks to the right. Inhale, both arms come up. Right arm forward, left arm back, hugging the bent knee and finding a gentle twist. When you're ready, both arms come all the way up. Palms of the hands find the ground, fingertips point forward. Use that back foot on the ground to push push the ground away as you slither. Allow the pelvis to meet the ground, belly button and chest. Last time, lengthening the left leg, put a bend in the right leg, use the hands to ground through and ripple all the way up. Sole of the foot reaches behind you, finds the ground on the right. Lengthen left leg, bent right leg, shift the hips to the left a little bit. Inhale, arms come all the way up. This time, right arm back, left arm forward, taking a gentle hug of the hips, gentle twist. Lovely. When you're ready, we're going to keep it moving. Both arms come all the way up. This time, both hands find the floor, but we're coming onto our knees. So putting a bend in the lengthened leg if you need to, and rolling onto all fours facing the front of your mat. Adjusting yourself into tabletop, and then bringing both big toes together, knees apart, hips back, head down, child's pose. Lengthening the fingertips and allowing yourself to rest for a moment. Motion into stillness. Toes tucked or untucked. Allow the pelvis to be heavy, reconnecting to the ground. For those of you just joining, you can join us in child's pose. Coming into child's pose, lovely. Take a deep inhale, everyone, all together. Fill the belly, fill the lungs, and hold the breath at the top of the inhale. Hold the breath. Have every muscle of the body relaxed as you hold the breath for a few seconds. And now part the lips. Exhale all the way out in an audible sigh. Let's take that one more time. Deep inhale, drink the breath up and up and up. Hold the breath at the top of the inhale. And now part the lips. Exhale all the way out. When you're ready, transferring the weight into the hands, coming up, lifting the torso into tabletop. Separating the knees, having the toes tucked. Let's have equal weight down through the shoulders stacked above the wrist, hips stacked above the knees. Making sure that the core is tucked in so that there's no dip in the back to begin with. From here, we're taking circles in a clockwise direction. So taking the weight, transferring the weight into the hands, over the right arm, right wrist, and then right buttock moves back towards the right heel, left heel, all the way through the left arm and back through center. So clockwise circles with the body, but really lengthening hips all the way back to heels, and then playing with the transfer of weight between both arms and then taking it back towards the heels. For those of you who have done this with me before, feel free to close your eyes and gently find a synchronicity, a harmony between the transfer of weight and the breath. Breath guides movement in Vinyasa Yoga. We trail the breath, and there's no specific way to do it. Just enjoy where your body feels that an inhale comes in naturally, and then exhale through the nose or mouth as you warm up the body this morning. Keep taking the circles in a clockwise direction, neck long, relax the skull. Lovely. Next time you do a circle, that will be the last. We'll meet with, as we come towards, weight equally distributed between the hands and the feet. Take both knees together, big toes to touch. Lengthen the left leg all the way out long, left leg long, onto the tiptoes. When you're ready, inhale, lift the left leg, hover horizontally to the ground, gaze forward. As you exhale, round through the spine, take knee to nose, put a bend in the back knee, and generally anchor through the hands. Inhale, re-lift, re-lengthen, one long line from the crown of the head to the tips of the back toes. As you exhale, put a bend in the knee, round through the spine, ground through the hands as you tuck in. Deep inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. This is layer one. So for those of you who are complete beginners, this is the sequence you're going to come back to time and time again as we progress through the class. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. The last time you lengthen your leg, that will be the last. And then start to put the toes towards the ground. So keep the leg lengthened, toes reach the ground. Lovely. Untuck the toes of the bent leg, the right leg, and now swivel the shin out towards the right. So there's a slight swiveling of the shin like a hand of a clock face as the right leg finds a degree about 30 degrees out towards the right. Lovely. Transfer the weight into the right side of the body. Come onto the fingertips of the left hand. And then swivel the back heel down and in, so you're on the pinky edge toe of the back foot. From here, if you feel stable, take the left hand to the hip, and we're going to take circles with that top arm. Weight into the right arm, Circle up and over, warming up the shoulder this morning. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 times. Lovely. On your third time forward, allow the fingertips to reach the ground. And then you're going to walk the back foot forward. So you can just toe heel the foot all the way forward. Allow the right shin to swivel to stabilize you so that the toes of the right foot are pointing towards the back of the mat again. And then if you need to, take the left hand, grab hold of the ankle and step it forward. We're coming into low lunge. As you find your weight distribution, inhale, arms come all the way up. Left knee pointing forward. Good, lovely. We're simply going to bow all the way over the front leg. So again, the arms are leading. Allow the belly to reach the front thigh as you take the arms forward and down, up and back. Inhale, re-lift. Arms come all the way up. Exhale, arms forward and down and slightly up and back. Lovely. A few more times. Synchronizing, harmonizing breath with motion. Oh. Sorry, can you see me? Oh, lovely. Sorry about that. Inhale, re-lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, re-lift. Lovely. Now, next time the arms are all the way up, take them down towards the hips, torso lifted. Lovely. Now, tuck the toes of the back foot to stabilize you. I want you to find a distance between your front and back foot that feels stable. So what I usually need to do is front toe my toes a little bit forward. So I need to kind of, like a caterpillar, start to creep my toes a little bit forward. And then lengthen the front leg. So for here, even this is not enough distance for me. I'm going to move my toes forward so that if I lower my hips, there's a degree of an angle being made with the back leg. So find a degree that feels comfortable so that you can come onto the heel of the front foot and transfer the weight back. And we're just going to lower and lift the front foot. So inhale, lift, lengthening through the hamstrings and the back of the leg. Exhale, replant the front foot, generous bend in the knee, easing into the right groin. So just take that forward and back with the hands on the hips. And now's a good time to put that pillow underneath the right knee if you need it. So lengthening the hamstring on that side and finding that space that feels comfortable for you. Warming up the leg this morning. Lovely. One last time, lengthen the front leg and replant the sole of the foot. When you're ready, bring both arms forward and up. Split the arms, right arm forward, left arm up, and the right palm finds the ground in an easy twist. Twisting towards the bent knee, grounding through all 5 fingers of the right palm. Inhale. Exhale, release. Lovely. When you're ready, allowing the left arm to sweep forward and down on the inside of the front foot. Transfer the weight into both hands. Send the left foot back. Separate the knees, toes touch. Child's pose. Just a brief visit to child's pose. When you're ready, inhale, re-lift back onto all fours. Let's take the other side. Knees separated, toes tucked. Anti-clockwise direction. Spread all 10 fingers, ground through the palms of the hands. Transfer the weight over the left side. Left buttock to left heel. Right buttock to right heel. And then all the way over to the right. So gently taking large body circles. Allow the neck to be long, head relaxed. Closing down the eyes if that feels comfortable. And finding a rhythm that feels good with the breath. Harmonizing the inhale and the exhale. Lovely. Keep going. Circling the body, warming up. Very nice. Last time, as you come all the way round, settle into the middle, bring both knees to touch, both toes to touch. Lengthen the right leg this time all the way back, and lift the right leg parallel to the ground. When you're ready, inhale, lift the crown, point the toes. Exhale, put a bend in the right knee, round through the spine, round through the hand, knee to nose. Inhale, re-lengthen. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck. Lovely. One last time. The last time you lengthen the leg will be the last. Send the toes down to the ground. Transfer the weight into the left side, coming onto the fingertips of the right hand. Untuck the toes of the bent leg, the left leg, and swivel the shin out 30 degrees to the left. Plant the heel down, all the way so that you ground through the pinky edge of the right toe. Transfer the weight into the left side. Inhale, relift the arm up and over, arm circles. 3 times, arm comes up and over. Inhale, relift. Lovely. Again, finding a harmony with the breath. Where does the breath want to inhale? Where does it prefer to exhale? And can motion follow breath? The next time you circle the arm will be the last. Allowing the fingertips to reach the ground, can you toe heel the back foot all the way forward? As it reaches about halfway, you can take hold of the ankle with the right hand, re-swivel the back heel into support and step the right heel forward. This time arms come all the way up past the front foot. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fingertips come forward and down, up and back as the torso leans over the front leg. Lovely. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Fold in half. Surrender the body forward. Strong legs, fluid arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lovely. Next time the arms come up, that will be the last. Put a bend in the elbows, take the palms of the hands to the hips. Now, using your toes like a caterpillar, start to walk the foot all the way forward until you find a generous bend in the knee that feels comfortable, popping the pillow under the back leg if you need to. And then from here, transferring the weight of the hips back over the back knee as you lift the toes of the front foot, lengthen the hamstring. And then re-bend the front leg, allow the groin to release. Inhale, lift, lengthen the front leg. Exhale, release. Lovely. Just finding a rhythm that feels good for you and finding a distance between the front and the back foot that feels stable. Really nice. Good. When you're ready, planting the front foot on the ground, inhale, relift both arms, scissoring the arms, right arm back, left arm forward, palm of the left hand finds the ground, inhale, lift, twisting towards the bent leg, easy twist. Generous bend in the front knee, allow the groin on the left side to relax as you take one deep inhale and one long releasing exhale. On your next inhale, bring the front arm, swing it all the way forward and down. Both palms of the hands find the ground on the inside of the front foot. Tuck the toes of the back foot, step the right foot back to meet the left. We're coming into our downward facing dog. Separate the knees, tuck the toes. Ground through all 10 fingers of the hands. Drop the belly, lift the spine. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck the toes, lift the knees off the ground if it feels comfortable. Hips high, head low, downward facing dog. First downward dog of the morning, maybe even of 2020. Take one heel to the ground at a time. Spiral the arms out. Drop the neck, shake it yes and no. So shaking the neck right and left as you release the neck. Lovely. Few more moments to get comfortable in your down dog. And then when you're ready, put a generous bend in the knees. Allow the heels to lift slightly off the ground. Wiggle the hips if that feels good. And then walk the hands generally back towards the feet. So generous bend in the knees, walking the hands back towards the feet. Allow the heels to plant as you end up in your forward fold. So allowing the body to really release. Allowing the spine to decompress. And then maybe swinging the arms very gently right and left. Or taking the palms of the hands to the back of the neck. Sometimes in forward fold, I like to just stroke the back of my neck, making contact with the back of the neck. So just gently taking one palm to the back of the neck at a time, just massaging the back of the neck, lovely. When you're ready, grounding through the feet, bend in the knees, start to roll up ever so slowly, lower spine, mid spine, upper spine. When you come to standing, continue the motion. Inhale, arms come all the way up to the sides and all the way up. Transfer the weight into the right leg. I'm mirroring you. Lift the left knee up. As the arms come all the way up, interlink the fingers and bring the arms all the way forward and take hold of the shin, hugging the knee into chest. And then let's take some ankle circles on that side. So loosening the left ankle, turning it one way and turning it the other. Lovely. When you're ready, releasing that left leg down to ground, transferring the weight now into the left leg. Inhale, lift the arms up. all the way, fingertips find the sky, and then bending the right knee, and bringing it into the chest. Both hands find the shin, hugging the knee into the chest, and then taking those warm up ankle circles. Lovely. And don't worry if you topple, that's totally normal. Try and find synchrony and harmony with the transfer of weight into the right leg as the left leg lifts. Lower the foot back down to ground. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, palms meet as you bend forward. So moving from the heart, chest forward, hinge from the hips. So going all the way back down. As the fingertips find towards the ground, put a generous bend in the knees and walk the hands forward back into downward facing dog. Now, this is layer 2. For those of you who would prefer, just lower your knees to the ground, and you can do the same thing as we did in layer 1. For those of you joining me, we're going to take circles, but from downward facing dog. So it's the same circular motion. We're going to start with clockwise motion, transfer the weight into the right hand, so you're kind of coming through plank. So you lower the hips slightly, come through plank, transfer the weight to the right arm, left arm, and then re-raise into downward facing dog. So you're taking whole body circles through plank all the way back up. It's very strong work, but it's really fun. So taking whole body circles here, or lowering your knees to the ground and continuing the circles that we did before. Synchronizing with the breath, taking the weight into the left hand, right hand, and hips back and up. A few more times, finding an exploration with the body that feels good for you. Lovely. When you're ready, if you're in down dog or knees on the ground, bring both toes to touch, heels to touch. Transfer the weight into the left foot, heel raise, and raise the right leg straight up and back. On the inhale, as you exhale, put a bend in the flying leg, the right leg, and bring the weight into the hands, knee to nose, tuck. Inhale, re-lift, lengthen the right leg up and back, downward facing dog, and then put a bend in the right knee as you transfer the weight into plank pose, knee to nose. So a few leg lengthening, split dog. Take that one more time. Inhale, re-lengthen, right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Good. Next time the right leg is lifted, can you allow the right leg to meet the left leg in downward facing dog, and then everybody relax both knees down to ground, tabletop. So coming back into tabletop. Lovely. Lengthen the left leg this time. Same sequence again. Untuck the toes of the right foot and swivel the right shin out by about 30 degrees. Rotate the back heel down and in so you're on the pinky edge of the back foot. Transfer to fingertips of the left hand, and then the weight goes into the right body as we lift the left arm up. Arm circles. 3 circles all the way up. Optional to lift the left leg and hover the left leg off the mat while you do the arm circles. Inhale, lift, surf the breath. If you're feeling wobbly, take the attention to the breath. Really lovely. For those of you who've raised the back foot, let's put that down now, bringing the fingertips down to the ground, and again shuffling the foot halfway, taking hold of the left ankle, bringing it forward, low lunge. Re-swivel the back knee to support you. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Now, with your arms raised, I want you to find that distance that we explored before between the front and the back foot that feels stable. So for me, I'm going to creep the back foot forward so I have a generous, easy bend in that leg. When you're ready, we're going to combine the arms with the leg movement. So, inhale, arms come all the way forward, torso bends over front knee, arms come up and back. Then as you re-lift the arms all the way forward, lift the toes as well, come onto the heel of the front foot. So lengthen the left leg forward, lovely. Re-bend the front leg, allow the arms to come all the way forward and down, up and back, bending over the front leg. Inhale, re-lift, and as the arms come, they lead the front toe all the way up, lengthening the front leg, lovely. And then re-bend, allow the arms to sweep forward and down, up and back. And just take that a few times. So now bringing in a really conscious, really harmonious movement, and notice how different it feels when you're able to synchronize the arm movement with the leg movement. Inhale, re-lift. As the hips become heavy and move forward, the arms can release and go back and up. So taking that a few times. Really nice. The next time the arms come all the way up, that will be the last. Exhale as the foot finds the ground, split arms, right arm forward, left hand back. Sole of the right hand finds the ground, easy twist. Lovely. When you're ready, the left arm comes all the way down, finds the inside of the sole of the front foot. Transfer the weight into the hands, send the left leg back, separate the arms and the feet, tuck the toes, drop the belly, lift the spine, arc the spine like in a cat-cow, and then relift the hips, lower the head, downward facing dog. Let's take the other side. Bringing both feet slightly closer together, or if you're going with layer one, let the knees reach the ground. Transfer the weight into the right leg, lift the left leg up and back, split dog. Exhale, knee to nose, coming through plank, and then re-lifting the left leg all the way up and lengthening. Lovely. Finding the harmony between the breath and motion. Inhale, re-lift. Exhale, tuck. Last time, inhale, re-lift, left leg lengthens all the way up and then allows the left leg to reach the mat. Everybody put a generous bend in your knees, knees find the ground. Other side. So lengthening the right leg now this time all the way back, untucking the toes of the left foot and swiveling the shin out by 10 degrees. Transferring the weight into the left side of the body, allow the back heel to root down and in. Swiveling the shin and then taking arm circles. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Optional to raise the back leg a few centimeters or half a meter off the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Really nice. Lovely. The next time you circle the arm will be the last. Fingertips come to ground, allow the back foot to reach the ground if you raised it, and then toe heel the foot all the way in. To halfway down the mat, take the right hand to the foot and bring the foot forward, re-swivel the back leg, inhale, lift, arms come all the way up. From here, find a position that feels stable for you. So creep the right foot forward if you need to, or tuck the back toes and shift the back knee back. When we're ready, coming into that harmonious motion between arms and leg lengthening, bring the arms all the way forward, lower the torso over the front leg. Inhale, re-lift, and as the fingertips guide the big toe towards the sky, lengthen the hamstring on the right side. Exhale, bend and fold forward. Inhale, re-lift. Lovely. Noticing how there can be this motion between the arms and the front leg, and this motion between the breath and the body. Lovely. Moving at a speed that feels comfortable for you. So increasing the speed or decreasing the speed as it feels good. Lovely. The next time the arms are raised will be the last. Put a generous bend in the front knee as the sole of the foot finds the ground. Split arms like a swimmer, right arm back, left arm forward, palm of the hand finds the ground, easy twist. If it feels comfortable for the neck, you can gaze up towards the top palm. For those of you with neck discomfort, I would encourage looking down towards the foot. Take one deep breath here, gentle inhale. Exhale, twisting towards the bent knee. Lovely. When you're ready, taking the front arm past the right ear, all the way forward and down inside of the front foot. Tuck the toes of the back foot and transfer the front foot to the back foot, downward facing dog. Let's take a brief pause in child's pose. Lower the knees down to the ground. Separate the knees, toes tucked, buttocks back towards the heels, forehead to ground. From motion into stillness, finding harmony between a sense of moving the body and then being able to bounce into stillness. Using the breath to ground through gravity, give 10% more of your weight to the ground. Lovely. On your next inhale, re-lift, bringing the torso all the way back into tabletop, separate toes, separate the knees, tuck the toes. And for those of you coming into down dog, re-lift the hips, lower the head. Let's take that sequence one last time. So for those of you who are on your knees, continue as you are. Let's take whole body circles. So coming through next time in an anti-clockwise direction, transferring the weight into the left hand, right hand, and all the way up. So really finding the motion that comes through plank pose as you lower the body and finding out where the motion is coming from as you take circles. Is it coming from the hips? Is it coming from the wrists? And playing with a redistribution of weight. Transferring the weight all the way up. Taking large circles with the body, almost like the body was a paintbrush and you're painting large circles on the floor. Next time you transfer the weight round will be the last. Coming back into a stable downward facing dog, bring both toes together, both heels to touch. You can have your knees on the ground if you need to. Transfer the weight into the right foot, lift the left leg up and back. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, tuck knee to nose through plank pose. And then re-lengthen the left leg all the way up. So from split dog, knee to nose, transfer the weight into plank, and then re-lift. Lovely. 2 more times, knee to nose, through plank, lower the hips, lengthen the crown, and then re-lift. Lovely. When you've done your second time, allow the left leg to come down to ground, both toes meet, and then everyone release both knees to the ground, tabletop. Lovely. When you're ready, lengthen the right leg this time long, and then allow the right heel to reach the ground. Untuck the toes of the bent leg. Allow the shin to shift out by 30 degrees. Transfer the weight into the left hand and lift the right arm all the way up. Optional to lift the right leg, allowing it to be parallel to the ground and taking those familiar arm circles 3 times, up and over, down and past the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lovely. Good. For those of you who want to take it 1 inch a little bit further, so for those of you who are coming into where we were before, fingertips reach the ground and leg reaches the ground, or option to take the hand to the right hip and then put a bend in the right knee and step the right foot halfway or all the way forward. So challenging yourself with your balance. Unswivel the shin of the back foot. Inhale, re-lift the arms all the way up. So option to do as we did before, or tuck the toes of the back foot and lift the back knee into crescent lunge. So either back knee on the ground or back knee lifted. Lovely. Finding, again, a place of stability between the front and the back foot. The way to progress in yoga is to have a sense of stability in the feet. So walking the front foot slightly forward so that you can have a generous bend in the front knee. Once you feel stable, exhale, release the arms past the front leg, folding the body over the front leg, send the fingertips back. Inhale, re-lift, arms come up, 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 and then lengthen the front leg. Optional to lift the toes off the ground or have the sole of the front foot on the ground. Lovely. Exhale, rebend the front knee, fold over the front leg as you send the fingertips down and back. Inhale, re-lift. Same sequence, but standing. Inhale, lift. Lovely. Finding a flow now that feels good for you. Inhale, lift. Lengthen the front leg as the fingertips reach the sky. And then exhale, rebend. Take that a few times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Lovely. Should feel your right hip turning on by now. Really nice. Good. Last time, when the arms come up for the last time, that will be the last. Lengthening the front leg. Swivel the back heel down and in. Allow the left hand to reach the back leg. Inhale, lift the right arm up. And we're doing reverse triangles. So allow the palm to slither down the back leg as you just lean over the back leg with the arm pointing back. Take a few breaths here. Lovely. Lengthening through the right side. Good. When you're ready, redistributing the weight over the hips, bringing both arms, windmilling them all the way down, picking up the heel of the back foot, coming onto the toes of the back foot. As the left hand finds the ground, put a generous bend in the front knee, and taking an easy twist, this time with the back knee raised, if it feels comfortable, or lowering the back knee to the ground. Lengthening the right hand all the way up. Easy twist. Lovely. Remember that your neck can look up towards the hand if comfortable, or down towards the foot if there's any strain. One more deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. With or without the back knee down, allow the right arm to come forward past the head. Place the palm on the inside of the front foot and either step back into tabletop or straight into plank pose. Let's lower down with knees bent or tucked. Torso reaches the ground. Bend in the arms. Lower down all the way to ground. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Ground through the hands, lift the chest and torso. Bend in the knees. Let's take a brief child's pose. Toes together, knees out, hips back, child's pose. Coming into child's pose, deep inhale and exhale. Again, going from motion into stillness. When you're ready, transferring the weight back into all fours, tucking the toes, hips high, head low, downward facing dog. Last side, transferring the weight into the left leg. Raise the right leg up and back, split dog. Exhale, coming into plank pose, knee to nose. Lovely. And feel that rocking motion as you raise the right leg and then bend it towards the nose. Feel that the back foot, the skin on the back foot, lengthening and then releasing. Lovely. Inhale, re-lengthen, drop the head. Take that a few times, back and forth, really nice. Lovely. When you're ready, re-lengthen the right leg up and back for the last time. Allow the right leg to meet the ground in downward facing dog, and then let both knees reach the ground. Really nice. Lengthen the left leg this time. Stroke the left leg all the way back. You know what's coming. Untuck the toes of the right foot. Allow the right leg to swivel out by 10 degrees and then allow the back heel to reach the ground. Coming onto the fingertips of the left hand, transfer the weight into the right side of the body. Optional to lift the back leg. Inhale, 3 arm circles on the left side. Inhaling and exhaling. Finding a harmony between the heartbeat, the breath, and the body. Lovely. Good. Now, optional to lower the back leg or take the top hand to the top hip, put a bend in that leg and step it halfway forward or all the way forward. Swivel the back knee all the way around. Inhale, re-lift the arms all the way up. Optional to keep the back knee on the ground, or if you want to go a bit further, tuck the toes of the back foot and lift the back knee, crescent lunge. Find a space between the front leg, so I'm going to move my front toes slightly forward, find a generous bend before we allow the arms to fall forward and down, up and back, bending over the front leg, and then using the arms to re-lift, lengthen the front leg. Optional to lift the toes up if you feel stable enough, and then replant the front foot. Exhale, release. Inhale, re-lift, lengthen the front leg, lengthen the arms, grow tall. Exhale, fold forward, bend in the front knee. And keep going. Allow yourself to really find a sense of harmony as the fingertips move forward and down, and a sense of concordance, a sense of unison between the motion and the lengthening of the front leg and the arms as they sweep forward, giving permission for the leg to really lengthen and release. And as the left leg lengthens, take the left hip back slightly. Lovely. Feeling the left hip fire up. Next time you come forward will be the last, putting a generous bend in the front leg. Again, split the arms like a swimmer. Right arm forward, left arm back. Right palm of the hand finds the ground. Back knee can go down onto the ground if needed. Easy twist. And really allow a generous bend in the front knee and reach through the heel of the back foot. Allow weight distribution down to gravity through the right arm as the fingertips of the left arm reach, and use the breath to twist towards the bent knee. Inhale, lengthen from the crown of the head to the back foot. Exhale, twist from the belly button towards the front knee. Lovely. When you're ready, with or without the back knee down, the fingertips of the top hand come forward and down. Palm finds the ground or the inside of the front foot. Either lower the back knee to the ground or transfer the weight into the hands and send the left foot back into plank pose. Redistribute the weight through open arms. Lower down in one long line or with the knees on the ground. Chaturanga Dandasana. Whole of the body meets the ground. Belly and chest. Inhale, ground through the hands, upward facing dog or cobra. Tuck the toes, hips high, head low, downward facing dog. Lovely. From downward facing dog, put a generous bend in the knees and walk the hands back towards the feet. Coming into forward fold, hands back towards the feet, heels plant, and just allowing yourself again to hang in forward fold. Lovely. As you relax the torso, relax the head. Let the head be really heavy. Lovely. And then from here, we're going to add the weight of the arms and see how that feels differently. So I want you to half lift L shape. So bring the torso and the head half lifting up, and then take the arms out straight in front of you, windmill them out to the sides, and if you can, either find your back with bent elbows or link the arms behind you, re-lengthen from the base of the pelvis to the crown of the head, and then exhale as you fold forward. Allow the arms to be like an anchor as you allow the head to drop. You can have a bend in the knees if you need to, and just a nice release for the back of the shoulders and the scapula. Lovely. Few breaths here. Deep inhale, deep exhale through the nose or mouth. And then when you're ready, allowing the arms to weight backwards as you put a bend in the knees and allow your entire body to come upright, slowly back up to standing. Keep the arms moving, take them out to the side. Inhale, re-lift. Lovely. Pouring the weight into the right side, lift the left leg towards the belly. Take both hands, interlink the fingers, and hug the knee into the chest. Really nice. From here, you're going to keep your right hand on the front of the shin. Take the left hand up towards the sky and all the way back as you twist towards the bent knee. I'm showing you from the side. Lovely. And if you topple, it's totally fine. You can even have the leg not far off the ground. One breath here, deep inhale. Exhale, bring the back arm up and over. Take hold of the front shin. We're coming into tree pose. Take the knee out to the side. You can have the arm on the side and then take the sole of the foot either to the inside of the thigh or the inside of the calf or toes on the ground. So this is level 1, level 2, and level 3. Have some push of the sole of the foot into the thigh as you re-lift the arms and raise the fingertips towards the sky. A few breaths here. Deep inhale and exhale. If you're unstable and you keep falling off, I suggest bringing the sole of the foot to the calf or the toes to the ground. Lovely. When you're ready, releasing the left leg down to ground, exhale, pour the weight into the left side, lift the right knee up towards the chest, bring both fingertips to the front of the shin, hug the knee into the chest. Really nice. From here, allow the left hand to continue holding the shin as the right arm comes all the way up and over, fingertips to reach the sky, arm moves all the way back, standing twist. Few breaths here, deep inhale and exhale. Good, back arm moves up and over and all the way forward as both palms come on the top of the shin, taking the leg out to the side, opening up the hip on that side, and then allowing your hand to take hold of the ankle as you bring the sole of the foot to the inside of the top thigh or down to ground. If you keep falling down, simply start with the toes on the ground, heel on the inside. Lovely. Re-raise the arms, inhale, and exhale, lovely. Taking the gaze far into the distance, just as a tree would. Lovely. When you're ready, replanting that leg, lovely. From here, both arms raised, exhale, allow the arms to flow forward like a waterfall as you hinge from the hips, offer the chest forward, generous bend in the knees, palms find the ground, hands walk all the way out, legs walk back, and then it's lower down with or without the knees all the way onto the front of the body. Just as we did at the start, having both elbows out, take your head to one side and simply relax. Yielding down, allowing the body to yield. Again, motion into stillness. Our ability to go from movement into stillness and then back into movement represents our resilience to move from stress into relaxation. And if we can practice that in our yoga practice, we can also take it off the mat when we need to. Bringing the breath to coming in and out of the belly, reconnecting to the spherical nature of the earth as you ground the body and ground the mind. On your next in-breath, perhaps raising the skull off the ground and turning the head in the other direction, lengthening out the neck in the other direction. Good. And just as we did at the beginning, when you're ready, gently lifting the head and torso slightly off the mat, lengthening the right arm out in front of you, bringing the left palm of the hand to the side of the body. Put a bend in the left leg, bringing the toes to the sky, using it as an invitation to roll onto the right side of the body, using the arms to support you as the sole of the left foot finds the ground behind you. Rolling all the way onto your back, but this time readjusting so that you're lying on your yoga mat. Shuffling back onto the mat, sole of the left foot on the ground, and now put a bend in the right leg as well. Sole of the right foot finds the ground. Find yourself in the bridge pose once again, lifting the hips all the way up to the sky and just holding the bridge pose for a few moments, allowing all that weight to redistribute from the soles of the feet all the way up into the shoulders and the neck. Good. And then when you're ready, allowing the spine to ripple down, upper spine, mid-spine, lower spine, pelvis re-finds gravity. From here, can you start to raise the legs up to the sky? So just allow the legs to lengthen until the toes are up. You can have the arms behind you, or I prefer to now bring them back down by my sides and redistribute my shoulders underneath so I can truly begin to relax. Taking ankle circles all the way out with both ankles, or one and then the other. Really slowing down as we come to the end of our practice this morning. And then the other way, taking the circles in the other way. And now, When you're ready, we're just going to shake out the legs. And all you need to do is just start that gentle shaking, both legs from the toes. Allow it to come down into the calves and the legs. You don't need to overcomplicate it. Your legs know how to shake. Just let the legs do their thing. Just start to bring a gentle wobble into the legs. Lovely. Just keep shaking. Let go of any tension, any residual tension. Shake, 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 shake. And now let's add a breath. If it feels good, you can inhale through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. With me when you're ready. Deep inhale. Through the mouth, letting the legs become a little bit more vigorous in their shaking for the last 10 seconds. Deep inhale. Shake, 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 shake. 10 seconds, make it more vigorous. If the breathing feels good, keep going. Deep inhale. For 5, 4, shake, 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 3, 2, and 1. Bend in the knees, let the heels come down towards the buttocks. Lovely. Keep the legs and the knees floating. Take both hands towards your shins. Right hand to right shin, left hand to left shin. Hug the thighs into the chest. Letting that vibration just course through you for a few seconds. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Let any last tension in the body simply drain into the earth. Yogi's choice, optional to take your hands towards your feet and maybe give yourself a little bit of a massage. You can take the arms on the inside of the legs and find yourself in a kind of floating Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose, and take your thumbs to the inside of your feet like I'm doing. Or you can simply hold the shins towards your chest and gently rock side to side to give your lower back, your lumbar spine a massage. And then when you're ready, re-lengthening the legs, lengthening the arms, coming into your Shavasana, corpse pose, lying down, lengthening all the way out, and letting the entire body just rest, letting the ankles flop out towards the sides, grabbing your socks or a blanket if you need to. Palms of the hands to the ceiling if you require more energy today, or turning the palms of the hands to the ground if you require more stability and more grounding. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Close down the eyes. And allow the breath to send wave upon wave of relaxation from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. Bring any wandering thoughts to the space between the eyebrows as you use the gentle flow of the breath to anchor your attention in the here and the now. To finish our practice this morning, I read to you from Prayers of Honoring by Pixie Lighthorse. Honoring the spark. Thank you for this beautiful day of creative fire. We're so grateful to be alive and seeking wellness together. Light in us a great flame of understanding. When we hesitate and doubt, amplify your radiance throughout our energy centers. Let us be lanterns for your cause. We see your beauty, sweet spirits, reflected back at us in the tiny new flower heads and the shimmering puddles. We recognize new life everywhere, and in it, our own capacity to blossom and radiate life energy too. We feel the warmth of your subtle sunshine and can be confident that we warm the hearts of others when we shine our lights, acting as the generative and magnificent instruments we were designed to be. We know that harmony is the way. We hear you call to make beauty in the world and leave a trail of rainbows in our wake. Help us face our challenges head on with innovation. Help us save this beautiful Earth Mother and ourselves by our wits and our willing hands and hearts. Help us value that we are living, breathing organisms who can give back as much as we take. Remind us of what ignites us, what inspires us to mimic your minute-to-minute acts of creation. Give to us everything we need to believe in miracles and magic, and the patience to wait for them to unfold in front of our appreciative eyes. Show us how to stay lit as we come out from our dark caverns of fear. Release our trepidations and put your creative power to work in us. Move our hands across the paper, our brushes across the canvases, our bows across the strings. Infuse our weary hearts with the faith that we need to carry forward, not like soldiers warring tirelessly for their cause, but like light beams who have already reached their destination before our minds can even imagine it. As you allow the words to settle, give 10% more of your weight down to gravity. Do less, do nothing. Just be. Beginning to deepen the breath, inhaling through the nose, holding the breath for a few seconds, and then exhaling through the nose or mouth. Beginning to stir from this sweet resting place, sealing in the practice. Beginning to notice the temperature of the air around you and the sensation of your clothes on your skin. And when you're ready, maintaining most of your attention still reflected inward, can you gently, in whichever way that feels comfortable, find your way to a seated position at the front of your mat to close our practice, trying to keep the eyes closed as far as possible. Coming into a comfortable seated position, take your time, drop your shoulders away from your ears, allow the arms to hang heavy from their sockets. And then when you're ready, bring the right palm to anywhere on the belly and the left hand to the chest. Both hands to the front of the body. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears and all the way back. Lovely. Dropping the shoulders, grounding through the pelvis, lengthening the spine, crown towards the heavens. Finding the motion of the breath beneath the palms of the hands, tucking chin down to heart. Closing the practice with an invitation for Insijam, an invitation for harmony, both within the cells of the body, between one another, all up to 30 people in this room, in this virtual space, beyond into our friends, our family, our communities, the earth, the planet, the universe. A sense of synchronicity, of unison, of concordance, and of mutual respect. And through that journey, may we reharmonize as a society on every level, from the microscopic to the macrocosmic. And may we tread that path in connection together. Bringing both hands together into prayer at the front of the heart, rubbing them to generate some heat on this cold Sunday morning in January. Getting that rub a little bit more vigorous as we seal in our intention for our practice. And then as you generate heat, releasing the palms of the hands, placing them anywhere on the face or the front of the body. And then allowing them to release. Thank you so much for joining me this morning for the first class of the year. Stay well, stay connected, stay safe. Thank you.